Right now, Nas Daily holds the title of the internet's most hated personality. There was a time when his videos would rake in 12 million, 13 million, even 14 million views. But today, things are so bad that he struggles to cross even 100K views, despite having over 13 million subscribers on his channel. It's clear, all those viewers have moved on from Nas Daily. And if you check the comments on his new videos, it's mostly filled with hate. People aren't holding back. As for his earnings, they're practically very low. Nas Daily revealed on his own Twitter that he earned $0 from TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. The only exception was YouTube Shorts, which gave him $100 for 10 million views. At this rate, Nas Daily might not survive much longer. Sooner or later, he might have to shut down completely. But what exactly happened to Nas Daily that made him the world's most hated YouTuber? Let's dive into this video and find out.
This guy helped America for both country Palestine.
Nas Daily's real name is Nasir Yassin. He comes from a wealthy and privileged family in Palestine. While the average Palestinian struggles to afford 2 meals a day, Nasir's family sent him to study at Howard University. This is where his journey as a YouTuber began. In 2012, Nasir, along with his fellow students, created a video titled Operation Skyfall, First Hamburger in Space. In this video, they sent a hamburger into space. The video turned out to be a massive hit. Following this, he created another video, The World is Cube, solving a Rubik's Cube around the world, which also became a success. But Nasir's real breakthrough came on April 9, 2016, when he embarked on a mission to create 1-minute videos every single day for 1,000 days. By January 2019, he had completed his mission, and his subscriber count skyrocketed to 12 million. But this was also the turning point where things started going downhill. After reaching 12 million subscribers in 2019, Nas Daily has only grown to 13.8 million subscribers to date. That's just 1.8 million new subscribers in 5 years. When Nas Daily initially went viral, Palestinians were overjoyed and proud of him. The Muslim world also celebrated him with immense love and admiration. But Nasir, it seems, has a knack for turning love into anger and, eventually, hate. Nas posted on Twitter, explaining that while he isn't Jewish, he still identifies with Israel. In his tweet, he stated that, for him, Israel comes first and Palestine is second. This statement left Palestinians deeply hurt. The backlash was immediate, with people flooding the comments section with responses like, "What a shame for your parents, grandparents, and your entire family. You should be ashamed of yourself. Disgusting." With these tweets, Nas not only alienated Palestinians, but also Muslims worldwide. However, his statement earned him significant support from Israelis. For example, Emily Schrader, an Israeli journalist and social activist, replied to his tweet saying, "Israel is lucky to have citizens like you." Michael Dixon, the executive director of Stand With Us Israel and one of the top 15 most influential Jews on Twitter, also chimed in saying, "We are brothers, and we do and must live together. Thank you for this raw honesty." At this point, Nas alienated Palestinians and chose to please Israelis with his statements. But as I said earlier, Nas has a talent for turning love into hate, and that's exactly what happened here. Not long after, a video of Nas went viral. In the video, he's seen meeting his friends and casually saying, "Israel," but then, realizing the camera was recording, he tried to take back his words.
What you say? Israel, sir. No, we don't love Israel, my boy. We don't. Free Palestine.
This move didn't sit well with the Israelis. He had initially tried to appease through his tweets. They were furious. And honestly, I don't get it. If you consider yourself Israeli, why make a big deal about announcing it to the world, knowing full well that people across the globe are watching you? And if you've already declared it, what's the point of saying something like Israel later. This kind of behavior earned Nas the label of the internet's biggest hypocrite, someone who would do anything for views, no matter how contradictory.
Push the climate change agenda, you push a lot of these agendas, these woke agendas, but here, what's the cover?
We've done more for climate change than you have.
Here? What have you done?
We've done.
How did you get here?
We've done more for climate change than you have.
How did you get here?
Okay, see you later.
Nas, how did you get here? How did you get here? You do, there you go, the biggest hypocrite on YouTube.
By now, Muslims were already upset with Nas, but this anger soon turned into outright hate when he started targeting Islam. Nas Daily took on a challenge where he promised to learn about a new religion every month by engaging with its scholars and then sharing positive aspects of that religion.
I am going to learn about one religion. I am going to read the holy books, speak to religious leaders, and then I am going to share with you.
But when it came to Islam, instead of consulting Islamic scholars, he said, "I won't learn from a sheikh, I'll learn from my mother." And what did he learn about Islam after studying it? Well, hear it for yourself. "I studied Islam for 1 month, and I lost all my hair.
And in Mecca, for the first time in my life, I shaved my head completely just to make a point."
Muslims argued that you don't need to shave your entire head to prove a point. Being a Muslim doesn't require shaving off all your hair, but Nas, he focused only on the things that could get him views. Nas announced he would study the world's top 6 religions, and he included Judaism in that list, even though Judaism isn't one of the top 6 religions globally. It actually ranks 10th. These are top 5 largest religions, and in medium-sized religion, Taoism is at number 6. Shinto number 7, and Judaism at number 10. According to Muslims, this was just his way of proving loyalty to Israelis while intentionally hurting Muslims. What's more, Nas has a habit of overpraising things. In his video about Judaism, he excessively praised Jews and made claims that weren't even factually correct. For example, he stated that 22% of Nobel Prizes have been won by Jews, but he conveniently left out that many of those scientists were atheists, not practicing Jews, and even the Jews among them didn't necessarily support Israel. This narrative seemed aimed at telling the Islamic world, you're useless and worthless. These few Jews are making the world a better place while you're just creating problems. This logic is no different than saying 90% of Nobel Prizes have gone to white people, so black people are completely worthless. For this reason, Nas's statements were perceived as deeply racist within the Islamic world. To prove his loyalty to Jews, Nas claimed that Judaism is the oldest monotheistic religion. This too was factually incorrect. There were monotheistic religions long before Judaism, including those in ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Babylon. But Nas confidently made false claims without hesitation. In his video, he ignored problematic statements made by prominent Jewish figures. For example, a chief rabbi once declared that Africans are monkeys. Another high-profile rabbi said that Arabs are inferior and should be enslaved. These weren't just offhand remarks from minor figures, they came from chief rabbis. But Nas chose to overlook all of this, instead whitewashing Judaism and presenting it in a glorified way. Contrast that with his video on Islam, where instead of consulting an Islamic scholar, Nas decided to learn from his mother. And the things his mother told him about Islam, they were completely incorrect. For instance, she told him that throwing garbage on the ground causes angels pain, a claim that has no basis in Islam. He's also made videos about topics like the gay capital and legalized prostitution in Senegal, which are also against Islamic teachings. These actions earned him even more hate because they completely disregarded the principles of the religion. By now, both Muslims and Jews had started seeing Nas as a hypocrite. But despite all this backlash, he still had a strong fan base in the Philippines. In fact, 40% of his company's employees were from the Philippines. But, as always, Nas managed to turn this love into hate with his actions. Through his team and Filipino friends, Nas learned about a 103-year-old woman named Wang Od, known for her ancient tattooing techniques. Sensing an opportunity for views, Nas made a video about her, which wasn't inherently wrong, but then he added a link in the video description. That link directed viewers to his digital academy, Nas Academy, claiming, "We convinced Wang Od to become a teacher, so she's now officially teaching on Nas Academy." The course was priced at 750 Philippine pesos, roughly $12. Nas later made a public announcement, saying, "Nas Academy is launching 12 new academies by the best Filipino creators." Wang Od's name was prominently included on this list, with a special mention, "Yes, we got Wang Od to teach." But according to Philippine law, Nas couldn't legally do this. In the Philippines, any ancient art is considered public property. To teach or share such traditions, one must first obtain permission from the government and the entire tribe. This law exists to protect the country's heritage and traditions. Nas, however, bypassed all these regulations, sparking a massive controversy. Following this, Wang Od's grandnieces posted on Facebook with a strong warning, "Wang Od Academy is not real. My grandmother did not sign any contract with Nas Daily to do any academy. Some people are taking advantage of our culture. Please help us stop this disrespect to the legacy of Apo Wang Od and the Buttbot tribe." This post set the Philippines ablaze. People started calling Nas a scammer, and the hashtag #CancelNasDaily began trending rapidly across the internet. The pressure on Nas skyrocketed, forcing him to release a video in response. In the video, Nas tried to expose Wang Od. It showed a man instructing the 103-year-old woman where to sign documents. But these documents were written in English, a language Wang Od doesn't understand. It appeared she was tricked into signing. After the video, Wang Od's grandnieces made another Facebook post to set the record straight. "Wang Od Academy is not real. I spoke to her, and she said she did not understand what the translators were saying. I'm sorry to tell you she will not be joining the Nas Daily." This only made things worse for Nas. People across the Philippines unleashed massive hate toward him. "You are using Wang Od for views. You deserve my unsubscribe." This video still not deleted up to now 2022. "You still exploiting our very own tattoo artist without permission. Nas is manipulative and exploitative. A bag." After this controversy, Nas removed the course from his Nas Academy website. Around the same time, Luis Mabulo, the leader of the Cacao Project in the Philippines, came forward to share her bad experience working with Nas in the past. The Cacao Project aimed to empower local farmers, but Luis revealed that when Nas visited, his focus was entirely on creating content, not helping the farmers. Nas even went as far as saying, "No one wants to hear about farmers or farms. It's not clickable, viewable content." To make things worse, he mocked the local accent and language, calling it stupid. He repeatedly made insensitive comments about Luis's hometown, saying, "The people here are so poor. Farmers are so poor. Why are Filipinos so poor?" When these statements became public, the backlash against Nas from the Philippines reached an all-time high. The love he once had from the region turned into overwhelming hate. In November 2021, Nas Daily uploaded a video titled "The Most Generous Billionaire," featuring Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of cryptocurrency exchange FTX. The video showered praise on Bankman-Fried, highlighting his so-called philanthropic efforts and commitment to donating a large portion of his wealth to charity. But by late 2022, FTX collapsed due to a severe liquidity crisis. Bankman-Fried was accused of fraud and money laundering, leading to his arrest and eventual conviction in 2024. This scandal dealt a major blow to Nas Daily's credibility. Viewers accused him of failing to do proper research and promoting a fraudulent figure. In May 2022, Nas doubled down with another video titled "Most Humble Crypto Billionaire," this time featuring Changpeng Zhao, the founder and CEO of Binance. The video portrayed Zhao as a down-to-earth, relatable person. However, Binance was later charged with violating sanctions and money transmission laws, and Zhao was found guilty of money laundering, resulting in a 4-month prison sentence. By now, a pattern was clear. Whoever Nas featured in his videos seemed to end up behind bars. People completely lost trust in him. Viewer comments summed up the sentiment perfectly. "If I ever feature in Nas Daily, I'll know my life is about to make a turn for the worse." This guy is so funny. He serves as an ad agency for fraudsters to promote themselves. But honestly, I believe Nas must have been paid by these people. Why? Because in a video on the Silicon Valley Girl channel, while talking to Marina, Nas accidentally revealed something that made it all crystal clear. He was taking money from these billionaires to make their videos.
Sometimes we get a brand deal in which I have to go on the spot for one full day and make a video about a person.
Interesting. So sometimes the characters that are in your video are actually paid sponsorships.
Sometimes, yes.
Do you say that in the video?
And we do not say that because, well, one, in the post, it's when we say thank you to XYZ, blah, blah, for making this possible. Two, it's like we don't live in America, so you don't actually have to say it.
In the video, Nas admitted, since we don't live in the US, we don't have to disclose if a video is sponsored. But here's the twist. Nas himself has set his YouTube channel's country to the United States. So, by his own admission, he exposed himself for not being transparent about sponsorships. Let me know in the comments. Do you support Nas or not? I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.